Hong Kong, the young people are always asking for change. In Hong Kong, we have a lot of influence from the Western society. So young people felt that if they don't participate, they cannot change the society, they cannot have a say in Hong Kong. And the younger voters are really very much in tune with this idea, and they try to go into the district council to have a power base. So also the social media is very effective in encouraging them to spread the influence and power. And one point about Hong Kong, the media has been very supportive to the pro-democracy. So this is why Hong Kong has this kind of an upsurge, quite surprising to the usual voters or the candidates, the old-fashioned ones. But I think Hong Kong is now up to a new change and new plateau, and we have to really be very much in tune with the new times.
What do you think the education in Hong Kong have done? What role it has played in the development of the situation?
Since 1997, our Education Bureau has been very much out of touch. They did not realize that Hong Kong is becoming an SAR of China. They should really have encouraged the government schools to start to educate the students, starting from kindergarten and primary, to understand Hong Kong is part of China, and to appreciate they are national, Chinese national, and to understand what is the national anthem. And not of any other country, they will train their own citizens to understand the country. So we have not been involved, or actually the Education Bureau have never been interested to promote this national education. So for the last 20 years, the young people in Hong Kong have only been trained to say they are born in Hong Kong, they enjoy Hong Kong. But to them, China is a very distant name, and they don't have any kind of attachment to Beijing. Also in the textbooks, if you look at the textbooks, some of those textbooks are very much anti-China, and the contents in the textbook are not relevant, and I would say not accurate. So the students have been taught by the teachers, and the teachers are also quite anti-China in a way, not all. So this all added together right now, we have a whole mass of young people. They distance themselves from being Chinese, and they only think they are Hong Kong people.
So what do you think can be done? Where to start?
It's a very, very big task. Not just a short term, it's a long-term process. In Hong Kong, the parents have been very much not in tune to understand what is China and what is Beijing. To them, they only care about giving the best to the children. And sometimes for this, all the riots, you can see the parents are coming, not blaming the children, but blaming the government, blaming the police. So this is a very unique situation in Hong Kong, that if we really want to get a better society, the parents have to really understand that how they can help to nurture the children effectively and correctly. At the same time, because the students have been affected by the social media, it's a very long-term process for the government, and I would suggest the central government in Beijing to really understand how to communicate effectively with the people in Hong Kong. It's quite a different culture in Hong Kong. It's a long-term process, but it takes a lot of steps.
It is very strange to me, because when I deal with or when I interact with Hong Kong people, they're very polite, very civilized, very educated. But on the other hand, if you look at the pictures of what happened on the streets and the campus, you know, thousands of petrol bombs, it's like two extremes. And for many people, it seems it's okay that things are this way. And can you understand the mentality?
I can understand the mentality, because working in the company or doing things, they are very polite and they are very much abiding to the rule of law. But once it touches the family, touches on children and their own well-being, they are becoming very emotional and quite senseless. And they are not looking at things correctly, because in Hong Kong, people are not really trained as a citizen or as a national. They don't think they are, well, we are living in Hong Kong. We better do the best for our children. Even if they are wrong, we'll forgive them. We hope they can change better. It's a kind of a very unique sense of, I think they are spoiling the children. And for the last 20 years, the situation in Hong Kong, we have a better life than the last 30 years, since 1950s. But the parents of the young children now, they are in their late 30s or early 40s. They are the generation, they have not gone through the hard times in Hong Kong. And they have not received very accurate national education. So if you talk to them, they don't understand and they don't comprehend, and they will not agree what we talk to them about the rule of law towards their own family. But working-wise, they are very polite and very disciplined.